Hello everybody, Retrobeard here. It's time for this week's Q&A, the weekly series where I answer community members' questions of all sorts really. It can be personal questions, games related, films, music, religion, spirituality, anything. But anyway, on with the questions. Andy Davidson asks, have I ever been to a games convention? What was my experience? And if not, which one would I like to go to? Well, Andy, another good question, my friend. My answer's not too good though. No, I've never been to one. I don't, and I wouldn't really like to go to one. Basically, my friend. I'm not. I don't like massive crowds of people too much, and I enjoy my hobbies quite privately, not with thousands or hundreds of people around me. So, no, I don't think I will be going to one. I mean, I suppose never say never, but I doubt I would. And as for any specific one, I have no idea about them, so I can't even say a particular one that would interest me. So sorry for the answer, but I'm going to answer these questions truthfully. So thanks, my friend. On to the next question. Chris Payne asks, why did I start my YouTube channel? Awesome question, mate. Well, where do I begin? About 6 months or plus before I started my YouTube channel, I began an Instagram channel. I've never really been big on social media. The only one I've used to any amount has been Facebook, and that was just really messing about in the old days. And during the height of the coronavirus, with most of my work hours being in lockdown, and I had a lot more time on my hands, like most of us. I started an Instagram channel just sort of showing off my games and various other pictures, and it did much better than I thought it would. I soon gathered several thousand people, followers on it, which now I've got over 6,200 at the minute, and it made me realise that perhaps I've got a knack for this, or even potentially a little part-time career or more, who knows. So it did really well, and it inspired me to try YouTube and to sort of make Retrobeard into my own little brand, my own little thing. So I went onto YouTube, and I began with sort of some basic videos, which eventually evolved into the streaming that we get now. And I still do some videos, obviously. So it was more of a kind of what if I did well? What if it kicked off? And I love my games, and I've spent so much money on them and time on them. Sometimes too much of both, and I've perhaps felt a bit guilty, a bit of buyer's remorse and all that, especially with my gaming backlog, which is in the hundreds. So it was a chance to sculpt something that perhaps had some negative aspects to it into more positive, like playing more games, enjoying my collection. Even though I'm often playing the ROMs, it's the ROMs of games that I physically own in a lot of cases. So yeah, it was an attempt to sculpt something negative into something far more positive that hopefully could even be the making of me, And there's more ways that can happen than just success with views and subscribers. So yeah, I hope that's a good answer, my friend. Thank you. Brilliant question, by the way. So cheers. On to the next question. Cauldron of Stardust asks, what is my favourite holiday? Now, he asked me this question in stream a few weeks back. So, with him being an American gent, he means actual holiday, like say Christmas, Easter, that kind of thing. He doesn't mean other times. So, yeah, well, I'm not a massive fan of these sort of holidays anymore. I used to be when I was a kid. But the older I've got, the less they mean to me. But I suppose, I mean, half the holidays that go on, I don't even pay attention to the names. Perhaps Christmas is the only one I remotely make a point of. Perhaps Easter a little bit. But I have mixed feelings at Christmas. I struggle a bit with it, to identify with it. Even though I'm a person who believes, in Christianity to a degree, I don't necessarily follow the modern version of it. So probably when it goes well, Christmas. But I do struggle. It's not a great question for me to answer. It is a great question, but it's not one that I can straightforwardly answer. Possibly Christmas. Easter's okay, I suppose, because you do have some good food and it's a nice a nice break. I don't think of any others. I don't even really pay attention to these things usually. We don't have Thanksgiving like Americans do, so I don't have that. Other holidays, little minor holidays, I often miss without even realising they've happened. So it's yeah, probably Christmas, and I'm not particularly a massive fan of that. I do enjoy the time off work because we do get paid to be off work and stuff, which is nice. A fairly generous holiday. So yeah, probably Christmas. So sorry I couldn't give a massive enthusiastic answer, but I'm going to be honest, I always will be. So yeah, Christmas it is, with reluctance. Thanks, Cauldron. Well, that's all the questions done. So thank you for 3 more great questions. I've got plenty more lined up. Anybody watching this, if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments or tell me in the stream, because I need to have a constant supply of new questions. Any sort of question of any topic. Nothing's too much. Nothing's not enough. So that's and yeah. That's everything. So I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you Sunday in the stream. Thank you very much. This is RetroBeard signing off. Bye.